And as you can see from my unsnapped onesie, after a lovely morning shower, the first thing we need to do is go pick out today's diaper. And welcome to what my husband and I have coined it as the diaper vault. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of free handiwork here, so bear with me. And so today, of course, we're going to be picking out one of the Tykables unicorns. And since I can't show you the change, we're just going to go ahead and cut. I will say, few things make the morning better than a fresh change. The only unfortunate problem is I can't snap the onesie closed if I've got the power pack of the microphone snapped to the diaper. But that's just one of life's minor problems. And now, on through a typical run through my morning. So, a typical morning starts with basically one part that I can't show you, and that is the 6 a.m. wake up with the husband, where I make his coffee while I'm still delirious, make his lunch, give him a hug and a kiss, and send him off to work. That's the only part that you can't see. The rest of this is basically how it all goes. Starting off with me making my usual morning cup of basically caffeinated chocolate. Where while it's still dark, I'll hang out here, sit on the couch, snuggle up in my blanket, and basically just hang out and play on the iPad all the way up until the sun comes out. Nothing really gets going around here until around 8:30 to 9, depending on what it is I've got for the day. I actually have a very busy day today. But aside from today's oddities, which start with my normal morning routine, and that's after I've had my cup, is to go into the kitchen and get started on whatever mess that I've left in there from the night before that I was too lazy to clean up before dinner, where I'm supposed to act like, a functioning human being. So we'll go ahead and head into there. So, typically first thing in the morning, which is never fun, is to, as my husband and I refer to it, the DW, take everything that didn't get washed or cleaned or dealt with last night and put it into the dishwasher. Also, you may notice I'm wearing pants. That's not for any reason other than the fact that I can't carry around like the power pack to the microphone on nothing other than my hands if I'm actually gonna do, which when you see the cut, actually do the cleaning that I'm supposed to be doing during the day. But this is basically all there is to it. I mean, I live a life just like everyone else. Things get dirtied and need to be cleaned. Because nobody wants to live in a dirty and unsanitary environment. And with that completely irrelevant and very noisy soon-to-be dishwashing out of the way, next up, another unfun part is cleaning off the counters of all the excess junk and then throwing out the trash. Because if you actually live the life of a housewife, you kind of have to do the whole house part and keep up with it, otherwise it just gets everywhere. And also then you kind of seem like worthless and useless if you don't actually do the cleaning part that you're supposed to. I don't know about you, or what you use to clean your house or counters and everything else, but I use this. It's a nondescript bottle. You basically get them at Lowe's, and what's in here is $4.09. But instead of paying, you know, what was it, like $12 or something per little spray bottle of $4.09, basically have for, I think it was $200. My husband, who is a chemist, bought the active ingredient that makes up $4.09. So the thing that actually does the cleaning and the killing and all that. Yeah, he bought it up, bought a ginormous, like several gallon sized jug of it, and then he makes me a massive jug of $4.09. And then I just use this to clean my counters with. It is chemically exactly the same. The only thing it doesn't have in it is the scent. It's like, you know, lavender or whatever lemon pine fresh scent that you can get with it. And it works great. It's fine. And it's actually significantly cheaper if you've done the math over like a long period of time. Plus, it's also great not having to constantly throw bottles away. And I can use as much as I want when I'm cleaning something. So if I just want to let it soak on, if like chicken teriyaki or whatever, something sticky has gotten on the counter, I can spray as much as I want and not worry about being like, oh, I'm gonna run out, I'll have to buy more. So typically at this point in the day, before anything else really goes on, after I've done all the morning cleaning, even though I didn't show it, I did put the laundry and everything away. Usually I'll come and I'll hang out in my little play space area. Some call it a nursery, some call it a changing room. You can call it whatever you want, but it's something that I've made all by myself. And I'll come in here and I'll hang out for a little bit. Usually it's kind of an indeterminate amount of time. It's just whenever I feel like I've had enough, or if something actually happens outside of the room that I need to deal with, like say take the dog for a walk, or go get groceries, or pick up laundry, or go check on the father-in-law or something like that, you know, I'll stop what I'm doing, get up, go out, get dressed, and go about whatever business that is, which you'll get to see here shortly, because even though this was like a shortcut to you, this has been probably a half hour, maybe 45 minutes in here, just kind of hanging out, playing in all the toys and everything, and watching some stuff on the iPad for me. But I do need to actually go out and do some grocery shopping. But before that, I do get to showcase that I bought these little... They're supposed to be... What are they called? They're like sensory toys on Etsy from one of the major like vendors on there. I forget what their name is. I'll have to look it up. I'll post it. I'll put it in post, hopefully. But I bought 3. I bought the large, as you can see here. I bought the medium. And I bought a small. And I put each one as, because you can customize them or like request certain themes. So I requested animals for the small, flowers for the medium, and anything rainbow and unicorn-esque for the large. And honestly, the large is my favorite, although it is a little bit cumbersome. It's just a little too big, but it is my favorite like styling and colors and patterns on it. And I only got one of them. I could have gotten all of them with a rattle in them, but I only got the smallest with a rattle in it, and it is kind of weeny for a rattle. I was expecting something a little more similar to what the Play Gym has, which is actually really decent for a rattle in it. But they're fine. They're very comfortable, very plush, very fun to throw around and feel, and I like to rub them on my face and my hands and feel all the little bumps and ridges and stuff. I tend to put the larger one like as a pillow between my legs, just kind of like this, because I find it to be more comfortable. So if you see me like holding it like that, it's just force of habit. And then I'll do this and kind of like rub the bumpy textured bits, and then I'll play around with the medium and small one. Of course, I do have my favorite rainbow monkey. My rainbow monkey. But I'll just come in here and hang out all the way up until it's about time to do something constructive, or until I kind of get like out of it or tired of being in here, and then I'll go, you know, play games or work on projects like house stuff, which I actually have for this week, because we're getting new carpeting in the living room, which is why if you hear me on the couch, it's a little echoey. It's because all the wood flooring and everything and just about everything else has been taken out of there for when carpeting comes, but I still need to paint the baseboard molding before that. Otherwise, it'll just like be showing, because it was nasty wood floor that kind of like messed up the wood, messed up like the molding and everything on the bottom. So that's another thing I've got to do this week. Okay, and after everything was once again reloaded back into the house.
Hi, sweetheart. Did you come inside? Puppy. Oh, baby. Oh.
Go, honey. I love you. Go on. And once again, once everything is back and loaded into the house, it's time to finally get it all put away. And then, for the very last project of the day, for any more fun time, I do still need to put up the Christmas tree. So, I'm home again. We've just gotten the groceries all put away, everything's all done. There's one more task to do, and yes, I am holding a different diaper. That is because this is my Tykables Camis in blue, and it's time for the mid-afternoon change. It's a little past 1 as of recording this, and so it is time for the evening diaper change because we don't want any issues. And as you can see, nice fresh blue diaper to go with a fresh bluey shirt in this evening. There is still one more thing left to do, and that is get our Christmas tree up and ready for this Christmas season. It has been a busier than usual day, and then with the final thing, that will be making dinner, which I will not be filming.
What, baby? Were you crying? What's so sad? What's so sad? What's so sad? It's a good dog. It's a good dog.
There we have it. A simple but effective Christmas tree. Nothing special. It doesn't need to look, Times Square perfect, but it's our little tree. And basically we've had it since as long as we've been together. And hopefully it's gonna be together with us for a really long time, all the way up until the lights that are built into it burn out. But that's fine. I'll just get more strands of Christmas lights. Now, still need to finish putting up and out the rest of the stuff. But I think that's enough there. I'm gonna leave it there for the day. So, from my little family to yours, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Isn't that right, Lucy? Sing Merry Christmas. Good girl.
Good girl, Lucy. I love you. Good girl.
I'll put that in. If anyone watches to the very end, I'll put that in. I went to go put the pacifier in my mouth, and instead I almost put the microphone in, and just as my tongue touched the pop filter, all of a sudden I was like, no, don't put that in your mouth.